Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and thank you so much for tuning in. And I had to definitely make time and come address this topic. And if you are tuning in right now, something is trending. Zanzibar is trending, and we all know Zanzibar is a tourist destination for so many people. Like I personally, I have dreamt of going to Zanzibar. I've spoken to my friends on how I would want to go, for a holiday, a vacation in Zanzibar. But right now it's trending for all the wrong reasons, and the reason is this young woman by the name Zainab from Nigeria. She just came out and had an entire thread of how her life was completely ruined and how it turned around when she went to celebrate her birthday in Zanzibar. So I will not assume everyone who is tuning in knows. So allow me just to give people a bit of summary about what happened. Yeah. So as I mentioned, this lady Zainab from Nigeria was really excited to go and celebrate her birthday in Zanzibar. She had made plans, made all the arrangements, and she had booked, a room at Warere Beach in Zanzibar, and she was looking to have a time of her life. But then she says when she went in, I think it's the second day, and I hope I don't get anything wrong here. You book in, you stay, you are traveling around you are just getting acquitted. You are looking at, oh, I love this place. She took some really nice videos, some nice pictures about Warere Beach. And as I'm talking, guys, that hotel had a rating of 4.5, but by the time this story, I'm pretty sure by the time I'm done making this video, the rating will be like 0.00. Anyways, back to the topic. So she says, she booked this nice she went to this nice hotel, Warere Beach. You can also search hashtag Warere Beach. It's also trending. And the second day, when she was sleeping, something happened, and this was what was going to turn her life around. So she says on the second day she was sleeping, and she thought she was dreaming because she felt someone touching her, saying baby baby, and then she felt like she was stroking someone's manhood. And then this is now like when she woke up and she found out that someone was on top of her and it was a man. And I think this she tried, she tried begging him to stop, try telling him no, and then this man could not. And then she's now still mixed up. Is this a dream? Is this a reality? And things happened pretty fast. So she says that this man was, was struggling with her, strangling her, and she felt like, he wanted to rape her, and she just screamed that she was trying to tell this guy. She did not know what to do. And I believe everyone who has gone through rape, or everyone who has, you wake up, you think you are dreaming and something so terrible is happening to you, you cannot start asking people to, oh, why did you not do this and this? I think in that bit of the moment, you do what you think you need to do. Yeah. And according to Zainab, what she felt she needed to do was protect herself. But because it was so dark and she did not know who else maybe is in the room with this guy, does he have weapons, is he going to harm her, she just told the guy she's HIV, HIV. And so the guy withdrew. I don't know, the guy stopped, kind of pulled back, and the guy said he's going to get a condom and he will be back. Yeah. So I want to go back to I will address some of the questions people are asking, but let's first let me just finish with the summary. So upon this guy now going to get a condom, Zainab was like, now what do I need to do? She says it was so dark. She looked in the room, there were no phones, she couldn't call the reception, and so she wanted to go to the reception area and report, because according to her, she has really few minutes or few seconds to figure out what she needs to do to save herself. And so she wanted to go to the reception area, and there were guards. And so at this moment you don't trust anyone, because you're like, how did a stranger get into into my room. Does this stranger know the guards? So she couldn't go to the guards. But then when she went to the reception area, it was empty. But then she said she had met a Russian couple, and she even uploaded a video of a guy called Alex, and they had, you know, interacted earlier. And so she went to their room. It's just like her trying not to be seen, and her trying to go and find help somewhere without anyone noticing, because she says she doesn't know who to trust now. So she went into the couple's room, the guy Alex, the Russian couple, and they tried. And in that, I think it's in that room now, when she was explaining to them what was happening, or maybe, I don't know, was it in her room where she was texting the owner of the hotel? It was in her room, yeah. So in her room, she also texted the owner of the hotel and told him what was happening. But then she went also to the Russian couple and she told them what was happening. And so they asked her to stay until, you know, 6 a.m. around in the morning, so that they could figure this out. So it progresses, and this whole story is on Twitter. I might leave some details out. You guys can go and follow it out. It's on Twitter. And at this point, I think they also went to the police station. So she says even in the morning, the reception area was empty. The place was empty. She couldn't find anyone to help her. And so, but I think in the morning they figured things out, and they gave her someone to escort her to the police station. And then at the police station, again drama, says that the police doubted that she had been raped, and there was a lot of, you know, commotion, confrontation, and she says no one was listening to her. And she's very specific, even with the dates and some of the videos that she was recording, so saying that even the police, you know, they tried telling her, because she has taken a video, they will not take her to the hospital for medical attention. And she was really pissed. But finally they took her to the hospital. The doctor confirmed there was no penetration. And she says, like, it's a whole, like, guys, if I was the one traveling at this point, I would definitely be scared of traveling solo. So she says it was quite a bad experience. Tried handling it with the management of the hotel. They said she was making these things up, and it took her a year to finally come out. And this year now is this moment that we are talking about. So all these things, she has been dealing with them for a year. So she says she took some time off because this was so messed up for her brain, you know. She had to get counseling, therapy, and she decided she wouldn't stay quiet anymore, because maybe coming out with her story will definitely help other solo travelers. So the whole Africa is waking up to a very different image of Zanzibar, right? This is a place you want to go and chill with your family. This is a place you want to take your loved one. Like for me, I only have two dream destinations, Zanzibar and Bali. So like when this happens, you are like, this happens in Zanzibar, and then, you know, people are out there saying, oh, I also went to Zanzibar, I was robbed. No one has spoken of a similar situation, but you can tell people are saying how they've been robbed, how the police in Tanzania are arrogant, how, you know, like no one listens to you, especially if you are black tourist and all that. Hey, I feel like I need a glass of water at this point. So I think I came out clearly with a summary of what happened. So now we are at this point where 1 year later, Zainab is speaking, telling people what happened. And guess what? The reactions are divided. People have decided, no, she's telling the truth, and other people have decided this is an entire propaganda against Zanzibar, against the tourism industry. Her story does not make sense because of this and this. And I was just looking at the way some people were reacting, and someone asked that if you are in a room, first, let's just be very clear here. We condemn no matter what, whether someone has been raped anyone who has been sexually assaulted, anybody, whatever form of violence we are talking about here, if whether it's rape, whether it's battery, whether it's someone just, you know, stealing from you, whatever act of violence here, oh thank you, whatever act of violence here, we definitely condemn, and that part is clear. But can you stop people from asking questions? Hey, and me, I just want you guys to walk with me, and maybe let's find some solutions together. So apart from the questions people are now raising, that this is a propaganda against the entire tourism industry in Zanzibar, Warere Beach, I feel, hey, you know, I was talking to my friend and he was talking about the importance of technology. You know, Zainab has come out with her side of the story. And there's always this part that I ask, when a rape survivor comes out with their story, why do people feel the need to ask for the other side of the story? But then we cannot also negate the fact that both sides of the stories are important here. So even if Warere Beach was to tell us what happened, they have no proof. Their CCTV, sijui, they are not working. Oh, their phones, sijui hawana phones in the reception, right? So they don't have any defense right now. Even as their ratings go down and down and down and down, they do not have any defense at this particular moment. They just said they reached out to her, they tried solving this. This was a personal vendetta. That's what they said. This was a personal issue, I think, something like that. So they said they tried solving it out, and they said they have a rating with nice reviews. Actually, it had really good reviews. Like, you could see people were giving really positive feedback. For you to be a hotel and have 4.5, and the ratings, you know, in this these are independent ratings, so no, you can't influence. If you've traveled, travel advisory, if you've traveled before, then you know you can't influence such ratings. So it had really great ratings. And now this got me thinking, even for someone who is a solo traveler, I mean, what do you do to make sure, like, what do you do to make sure that the places you are going, apart from hearing people say these are safe places, how do you ensure your own safety? And is it upon me as a guest in your hotel to worry about my security, or should I assume, because this is a hotel and I've come into a very protected space, that my security should be of your utmost importance? I'm just asking. Like, there are so many questions being asked right now, and someone says, oh, this girl is lying, because how do you wake up and after someone has, you know, done all these things to you, you go out, and you when this person goes out, the first thing you do is you have time to text the owner such a long message. And people are like, this story is so contradicting right now. Why would you force that Alex guy, the Russian couple, to be in front of a camera saying, reminding him of, you know, telling him like what to say, and he looks so uncomfortable? Also, why are you recording the police side and we don't see what the police said before? Like, why is this video so, I don't know, people, you know, just have questions like, why is this video so, like, just showing this police guy trying to be rude or mean, but it's not showing the before or the after. It's not showing the part where the police told you you will not be given any medical attention unless you delete the photos you took of the police from your phone. And people are raising so many questions, especially about the arrogance of the police officers in Tanzania. I saw a tweet. Maybe let me just take my phone and read for you what people are saying as I try to gather my thought. Someone says, let me just read for you some of the tweets and how people are talking about it. Gambo says, the stories Zainab told about her experience in Zanzibar is just so sad to know such a thing could happen to our African sister. A legal team in Tanzania needs to represent her in filing a lawsuit against the hotel and shutting it down because there's evidence, right? And Monroe says, thank God Zainab stood her grounds and kept those videos and pictures. Even with evidence, some dullards are still blaming her and calling her a liar. And I think this is the part where we were saying that every time a rape survivor, guys, comes out and says, you know, I was raped or there was an attempt to rape me, there are so many questions like, why was this person in that place at this time? Why was this person dressed the way they were dressed? Why were they with the people they were with? Like, you always feel the need to defend yourself, right? But then again, as I asked, I'm not getting, yeah, there's Daxel, he says, we won't cancel a whole country based on one story. People are currently booking as you spew this. Zanzibar is a cute dream, is a cute place and a dream for many. So you can see some people are also taking advantage of people are also taking advantage of marketing themselves. Gaspar says, everybody she mentioned on that Zanzibar thread looks suspicious, except for the Russian guy. The hotel receptionist does not look professional. The kitchen staff looks like a keke driver. This looks like a human trafficking job that went wrong. Where? Okay, she says those people look. How do you know this is a human trafficking job that went wrong? Because says these people looked very suspicious. Yeah. So someone says the reaction of Tanzanians is more reason why you should avoid the country entirely. Do your vacation elsewhere. So as you know, Tanzanians, they've come out to not quite defend to defend Zanzibar, but to say, you know, this is just like it's a one-sided story. That's what many are saying, and they are waiting also to hear from Warere. And this is why I'm saying, Warere, you have no CCTV. Like, why is an entire hotel a tourist attraction site, a place where foreigners are coming to visit? Why are there no CCTVs? Like, even me, that's the question I would ask myself. Why are there no functional CCTVs? Or is it because, like, you know, there are hotels that say, hatuwezi miss customer, we cannot go off business because people already know us, they trust us, and so they relax even on the kind of services that they are providing. They are like, people know us, they trust us, so there's no need of CCTVs. But if you go to a place and there are no CCTVs, and my friend, I wish he was here to explain to you guys, because he travels quite a lot, on the things he looks out for every time he enters a room. Do you trust, you know, if they give you the key, can you lock your door? Or do you trust, I will sleep naked because this is my hotel room? Someone was even saying how he pulls chairs by the door. He makes sure that he doesn't trust anyone, even the receptionist, the securities. He makes sure that his place is protected. He puts even chairs up by the door so that no one can come in, and even if some noise comes in, he's able to hear. So someone says, Niger, let me just go back to some of the last tweets here. It's not just about Warere Hotel. From the actions of the Tanzanian police, it is obvious it could have been any other hotel and the criminals would still get away with it. Cancel the whole Zanzibar. Avoid this country. It's not tourist destination. And also, let's see. One thing about men, this is someone's tweet also. One thing about men, majority will defend rapists because somewhere deep in themselves, they know they are capable of such acts. It's embarrassing hearing some men trying to change this narrative to consensual sex. Yeah, because I mean, if you've gone through the tweets, you'll see someone saying that maybe this is a guy she had also invited in the hotel and it did not go as she was expecting. So she turned it into a rape case and she knew it was consensual sex. So, of course, the Zanzibar Tourist Board, they have issued a statement. They are saying they regret and they are doing their own investigation. They say, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism and Heritage, we would like to inform our visitors that the ministry abhors any ill treatment of any persons on the Isles, as this is not the Zanzibari hospitality, not the treatment we want our visitors to receive. So it's very good to see some people coming, at least the ministry taking charge and saying they are going to investigate this whole matter. And also let me see. Let me just, there's a tweet I was looking for in particular. Someone says, yeah, Andre says, I'm sorry for what happened to you. Can I also add that on the 23rd December 2021, we went to Zanzibar with my family and booked into the Royal Zanzibar Hotel in Nungwi. On the very first day of our arrival, we checked in, refreshed, then went to have dinner. So I think this is something I would have to, we didn't even unpack as we just wanted to eat and then rest. When we came back to our room after dinner, we realized they came into our room to spray the mosquito and do the turn down. Roughly browsing through our things, I decided to check our money in my wallet and it was gone. So, as I said, this is not like, you can see there is also a habit of hotel staffs coming and ransacking, through your things and taking money, because Zainab mentioned that she also had money, $1,100 that went missing. But I would love to hear your opinion on this conversation, because now it has become a war. Now all of a sudden we have Tanzanians versus Nigerians. Kenyans also, they are trying to weigh in, which side should I fall in, which side should I not take. And we have South Africans calling Nigerians liars. So they are saying that you shouldn't trust someone from Nigeria. I mean, guys, it's just crazy when you go through the reaction and what people are saying and the questions that many people are saying. I would really be glad to know, especially if you are a solo traveler or those people that really travel. If you've traveled, for me, it's like, what do you do to ensure that your security is number one? What are some of the checkpoints that you undertake to make sure that, yes, I know I'm going to Kempinski, I'm going to Hilton, but there are some things I need to do by myself and not entirely trust the staff around me to take care of me. And the people who are asking, oh, she took 1 year to speak. Why did she take 1 year to speak? How long should therapy last, guys? I don't know, because, I mean, she said she was on therapy. This is not an easy thing for her to come and talk about. But then on the other hand, some people are like, so many things in her story don't add up, The fact that the first thing you do is, how did she even just bond with the Russian guys and immediately go and their room was left open? And there are so many questions. Why did she feel the need to record this guy? Is it because she knew one day she was going to need it? And people need evidence eventually. But now, as people continue analyzing her story, we have also come to realize that it's not so safe for solo travelers, and that's why maybe you see people traveling as a group. But then you should be allowed to travel the way you want. You shouldn't just wait for your friends to be free and you are free for you to take a vacation. But then also, as you go through Twitter, you are realizing how many people are urging people to travel as groups, and it raises a question like, when someone tweeted that every time a rape case comes out, we are talking about women's safety. My friend was like, why do we have to talk about women's safety? Why can't we talk about general safety? If you land in, if you book into a hotel, can safety be your number one? Like, to your people, whether they are women or men? Do we even have men who maybe have gone through this but they wouldn't come out because, hey, the shame of saying, I woke up as a man and I found another man, caressing me and doing, like the shame of, hey, you as a man? Like, do we even have men maybe who have gone through these things and they won't come and talk about it? Have you traveled to Zanzibar, you yourself? What was your experience? Which hotels did you visit? Honestly, what is your fair opinion, especially for anyone who has been there in Zanzibar? Because I think Africa is such a beautiful country, whether you are coming to Kenya, Tanzania, whether you're even going to the same South Africa or Nigeria, and we must make sure that these small things that people take for granted, you see the power of social media. Now it's cancel Zanzibar, cancel Zanzibar, cancel Zanzibar. Has the industry been so reluctant because it knows it's the best? It's one of the best tourist destination for so many people. Has it become so, like easy? People will still come, whether we take care of their security, whether we have someone at the reception. I'm struggling. Warere Beach has no receptionist because, no, like, it's a hotel. People check in every other time. Why was there no one at the reception in a hotel that people will definitely might check in? like you can see it's a big deal to so many people. So it's like going to Kempinski and finding no receptionist for so many hours. Like I would want to know. And also for the people who have gone to Warere Beach before, the hotel, what has been your experience, guys? Maybe in the comment section you could share something that is going to help so many people. So from us here, I would just want you to, you know, engage and let me know what you think about this whole conversation. As I said, we do not condone such acts. I mean, no one deserves to go through such pains, whether it's Zainab or anyone else. And also the fact that Zanzibar is such a beautiful place for people to go to. Going through this, I would definitely love to hear your opinion on the same. So share your thoughts on the comment section. Let's engage. Share the best places that you've traveled to. Let people know where they can be safe, especially on Warere. I would love to know if you've been there before, what your experience was, and sending love and light to the victims and survivors of sexual violence. No violence can ever be condoned, and no one deserves to go through, you know, no, to have your innocence taken away just like that, or to be so scared of traveling. If that's what you love doing, no one should go through that, you know. Yeah, so share your views on the comment section. Sending love, of course, to everyone watching this, and take good care of yourself and continue enjoying your Easter holiday. Bye bye.